Everybody's heard everything I've had to say for about the last year and a half. I mean, we all know what's going on. There's a couple of people I think we definitely need to hear from, and I'm sure a lot of the crowd might want to speak. Mike Simpson is the president of the Kentucky Jailers Association. He's going to speak to some of the things that I've been talking about. I'm not going to waste much of that 20-minute time because everybody knows where I stand on this. There's a million reasons why not to have it. It seems to me that the community is very much against this, and we voted these people in, and it's time for them to step up and do what we wanted for one time.
Right.
But I definitely want to recognize Mike Simpson, and afterwards, Tom Jerda, who's the chief deputy over Boyd County, has spent a lot of time going through these numbers. There were a lot of things that wasn't put in, like expenses, that's going to directly affect the bottom line. I think you fellows would have took a little bit more time to look at this. It don't hold water as far as financially, but this is Mike Simpson from Kentucky Jailers Association.
Judge, let me start off by saying, I think
Speak your name and
yes,
the county you're from.
Okay, my name is Mike Simpson. I'm from Oldham County. I'm the jailer from Oldham County, but I'm also the president of the Kentucky Jailers Association.
Who's your county judge down
David Vogel. Yes. Actually, I'm here today, representing the Kentucky Jailers Association. As some of our membership has asked me to come up, I had the opportunity to go. Let me stop there real quick, judges. Obviously, I want to thank fiscal court and your judge to allow me this opportunity just to share some ideas, some thoughts. Obviously, we've been monitoring this situation. What I'm going to share with you today is just some information, some history that I know of personally, and obviously what you all know personally with your own county facility. The number one thing that we're all facing is budget restraints across the state. We all recognize that there's a big problem. When we lose revenue, our revenue sources get cut by Frankfurt. Things happen within our judicial system and in the jail system. I've been in this business for 26 years. I've had, and I will share this with you, I know one of the big driving concerns that you are facing about this potential regionalization up here is, how are you going to increase your revenue sources? And the federal inmates is right at the top of the list. I've had a federal contract since 1994. So I am a person that can speak to how that works, what you can expect, and again, this is all about me just sharing information with the court judge and with yourself as you all go through this process. My contract with the federal U.S. Marshal Service, not a single time on every renewal since 1994, there are no guarantees of the amount of inmates that they've kept in my facility. It has ranged from early on in the years from 10 up to 50, but that number fluctuates. I will share with you all another small part of what we're doing in Oldham County. We actually are looking at we're looking at building a new facility. So as recently as 3 months ago, I had the United States Marshal from the Western District, because we're in the Western, not in the Eastern, come to my fiscal court, meet with my jail committee, and my judge, our CFO, our county treasurer, still, and looked at, there is no guarantee. They just don't do it. I've never had a guarantee.